Hello, my friends, and welcome to Early Signals AI. Today is May 31st, and we will be reviewing 5 cool, hot ideas of workflows that I've seen users do out in the wild. The hypothesis of this series is that if you see a user doing a workflow with friction out in the wild, that might be a good idea to build a project around it. Now, this could be a feature, could be another business, or it could be a side project that you're thinking about doing. As always, I have a full Notion doc. I think there's about over 100, maybe 200 ideas that are on here. And if you want to get the full list, the link for that is in the description. The 5 ideas we're going to be reviewing this week are 5 hot heat level ideas. This is the label that I self put on there based off of how much traction I think you could get if you implemented one of these ideas. All right, let's jump into our first idea. First one that I saw that I was stoked on: joining competitors' Discord servers is my new fave thing. It's like a window into their operations. Perfectly articulated customer needs. It's a gold mine. Andrew here basically says, hey, I want to go to my competitor's Discord channel and extract information from there. Now, you can do this on your own and you can do it manually, but this is a prime use case for a language model. That would be really, really cool if someone built a Discord monitor that not only summarized what happened that day for a specific community manager, but then with that summary, you can also extract information that you can go and sell that data to somebody else. So I think this one's really cool. And this is one of those areas where you take unstructured data and then you can go and sell that data to somebody else who may want to have it in a structured form. Idea number 2 is from our friend Michael Girdley. Now I'm going to stretch this one just a little bit, but his startup idea: use Zapier to create ChatGPT to write a thread every other day about how a famous person got rich. Have them auto-publish. I bet you be at 100K followers in a year. Now, the hard part about this one isn't coming up with a thread. It's not connecting it up to Zapier, which we probably wouldn't use Zapier. We'd probably do it ourselves. The hard part is doing the research to find this information in the first place. Now, what if you were able to make an agent that could go and scrape the web to find different instances of how different people made their money? That would be pretty cool. Now, in order to bootstrap this, what I would likely do is, this list is probably already out there somewhere, to be honest. Now, that list may not be as detailed as you want, but if you go and find that list, you can probably make a thread and do a little bit of light research around that one. For example, I just did a quick Google search: how 34 other celebrities got rich and famous later in life. Judi Dench. Judi became, blah, 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 blah. Here's a little bit of information about her. However, I bet if you went and searched Google for this information with an agent, you could probably get some pretty interesting information and then go ahead and create a thread after that. All right, our next idea. Yay, the ability to share ChatGPT conversations is now rolling out. I can share a few favorites, which is awesome because these are use cases that Andre has for us. Now, GPT-4 is great at generating Anki flashcards. I hope that's how you pronounce that. But let's stretch this even further too. Not even just for this use case, but how do you make flashcards based off of any document, helping you memorize any document? I think this is pretty cool here. Now, if you could create a structured learning format for somebody to learn a PDF or a web page or a chapter from a book or something for that, I think there's a really cool opportunity for a tool here. For our fourth one, we're going to go to our friend Peter, who runs Levels here. Basically, he said a lot of things here, but the TLDR is you want to be instantly translating using AI the same voice and original or podcaster, but in 200 languages. So basically take a podcast and be able to translate that information. Now, he actually did find a company who's doing this, which was kind of interesting. Here we go. Holy cow. This guy made it translate audio, does live audio transcriptions. Now, I went over to this one, and if you check out the pricing for this, it's at $2 a minute. So if you have a 30-minute podcast, that's already $60. And $60 for for GPUs is pretty steep, actually. So I think there's, if this is what the market is paying for right now, there's a lot of money to be made on top of this, especially if you go find an enterprise use case. Now, for me specifically, I would love to take my videos and go and translate them into other languages and go and post it. However, $60 a translation of video is a little expensive for me. So if you end up making this one, please let me know. And last one I thought was awesome, which is turn ChatGPT into your creative strategist. Here's the 4-step system I use to generate high converting user-generated content scripts on autopilot. Now, this one's not so bad. I'm not necessarily advocating for this exact one. However, the idea I think is really cool is if you take a marketing framework like a Steve Jobs framework or one of his lessons learned, and you pass in information about your own business, that would be pretty cool to see what the language model will be able to do when you combine both of those. So you could say, hey, language model, generate me some marketing material based off my business, but it's not bad. You hope that it knows what good marketing material looks like. That'd be pretty cool if you could take a famous framework like Steve Jobs, like Alex Hormozi, and anything that he does, combine it with your business information, and then get a really awesome output on the other end of that. All right, so that's this week's edition of Early Signals. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you want to go check out the full Notion doc, link is in the description, and you can check out all the other 200 ideas. I love hearing about how people use these out in the wild and if you end up building any of them. So please let me know, and we'll see you next time.